Hey, it's Ryan.
And Craig.
And today's books are
Broom on the Broom by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler.
How to Catch a Witch
by Alice Walstead and Megan Joyce.
The Little Green Witch by Barbieri McGrath. Illustrated by Martha Alexander.
Before we get started, remember, click subscribe and like.
And if you want to support our show and get super cool bonus videos, all you gotta do is go to
patreon.com/RyanandCraig
and become a member of the Ryan and Craig reading crew today.
Let's get started. I can't wait.
Broom on the Broom by Julia Donaldson and Axel Scheffler. The witch had a cat and a hat that was black and long ginger hair in a braid down her back. How the cat purred and how the witch grinned as they sat on their broomstick and flew through the wind.
But how the witch wailed and how the cat spat when the wind blew so wildly it blew off the hat.
Down! Cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the hat, but no hat could be found.
Then out of the bushes, on thundering paws, there bounded a dog with the hat in his jaws.
He dropped it politely, then eagerly said, as the witch pulled the hat firmly down on her head,
I am a dog, as keen as can be. Is there room on the broom for a dog like me?
Ryan, I don't know, is there room on the broom for a dog?
Come on, Craig.
Yeah, you're right.
Pick him up!
Get on the broom!
Woo!
Yes! Cried the witch, and the dog clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick, and whoosh! They were gone.
Over the fields and the forest they flew. The dog wagged his tail, and the stormy wind blew. The witch laughed out loud and held on to her hat, but away blew the bow from her braid just like that.
Down! Cried the witch, and they flew to the ground. They searched for the bow, but no bow could be found.
Then out from a tree with an ear-splitting shriek, there flapped a green bird with the bow in her beak. She dropped it politely and bent her head low, then said, as the witch tied her braid in the bow,
I'm a bird, as green as can be. Is there room on the broom for a bird like me? Ryan, is there room for another bird?
Come on, Greg.
Pick it up! Get on the broom! Woo! Yes! Cried the witch. So the bird fluttered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh! They were gone.
Over the reeds and the rivers they flew. The bird shrieked with glee and the stormy wind blew. They shot through the sky to the back of beyond. The witch clutched her bow but let go of her wand.
Down! Cried the witch as they flew to the ground. They searched for the wand, but no wand could be found. Really gotta stop dropping things.
Hold on to your stuff.
Get a purse or a backpack or a saddlebag.
Ooh, a nice little witch saddlebag. That's a nice little accessory. You probably dropped that too. Then all of a sudden, from out of a pond, leaped a dripping wet frog with a dripping wet wand. He dropped it politely, then said with a croak, as the witch dried the wand on a fold of her cloak.
I am a frog, as clean as can be. Is there room on the broom for a frog like me?
Ooh, Ryan, I don't know.
Come on, Craig.
You're right.
Pick him up!
Get on the broom!
Woo!
Yes!
Said the witch, so the frog bounded on.
The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. Over the moors and the mountains they flew. The frog jumped for joy and
the broom snapped in two. Down fell the cat and the dog and the frog. Down they went tumbling into a bog.
The witch's half broomstick flew into a cloud, and the witch heard a roar that was scary and loud. Oh no!
Oh man, picked up too many people.
Get off the broom!
Get off the broom!
Shouldn't have picked him up!
Too many people!
Ah!
I am a dragon as mean as can be, and witch with French fries tastes delicious to me.
No! Cried the witch, flying higher and higher. The dragon flew after her, breathing out fire. Help! Cried the witch, flying down to the ground. She looked all around, but no help could be found.
The dragon drew near with a glint in his eyes and said, just this once I'll have witch without fries.
But just as he planned to begin on his feast, from out of a ditch rose a horrible beast. It was tall, dark, and sticky, and feathered and furred. It had 4 frightful heads. It had wings like a bird.
And its terrible voice when it started to speak was a yowl and a growl and a croak and a shriek. It dripped and it squelched as it strode from the ditch, and it said to the dragon, "Buzz off, that's my witch!"
The dragon drew back and he started to shake.
"I'm sorry,"
He sputtered,
"I made a mistake. It's nice to have met you, but now I must fly."
and he spread out his wings and was off through the sky.
Then down flew the bird and down jumped the frog. Down climbed the cat and phew, said the dog.
And "Thank you, oh thank you," the grateful witch cried. "Without you I'd be in that dragon's inside."
Then she filled up her cauldron and said with a grin,
"Find something, everyone! Throw something in!"
So the frog found a lily, the cat found a cone, the bird found a twig, and the dog found a bone.
They threw them all in, and the witch stirred them well. And while she was stirring, she muttered a spell. "Iggity ziggity, zaggity zoom!" Then out rose
Cauliflower,
Tasty Stew.
Pete the cat,
Yeah. Curious George.
corduroy,
Some frog from some other book.
the giving tree.
A baby.
A truly magnificent broom! With seats for the witch and the cat and the dog, a nest for the bird and a pool for the frog.
"Yes!" cried the witch as they all clambered on. The witch tapped the broomstick and whoosh, they were gone. I love this new broom, but there's no more room for anyone else.
Unless we see someone, then come on, Craig.
Yeah, you're right.
Pick 'em up!
Get on the broom! Woo! Woo!
How to Catch a Witch
by Alice Walstead and Megan Joyce. We happily dressed in our costumes with care, getting ready for trick-or-treat night. What we yet didn't know was who else had a plan for
Halloween.
mischief to give us a fright.
The pumpkins were carved and lit from within as we walked in the crisp autumn air. We started to notice ghost ghouls and goblins popping up over here, there, and everywhere.
But there aren't enough kids living in our town to account for this many creatures. Some of these beings just might be real. Take a look at all their weird features.
Real? You're never gonna convince me that this alien is real with roller skates on its feet, okay?
Ryan, I
Yeah.
think they're referring to like the other creatures that are.
Oh yeah, I saw the other ones. That unicorn clearly has a little girl face. Not a real unicorn. Thank you.
No, but like the abominable snowman and like.
Craig, don't be fooled.
I was talking about the
You'll never convince me. Time to floss, bump, and boogie. Up very high was a witch in the sky. On her broom, she had invites to carry. With a wave of her wand, the music began. When dancing, the ghost looked less scary. Free broom, re-bristling. Stop here. Donk.
bristles. We figured out that the witch brought the creatures, so we set traps for a Halloween prize. We have to catch her to send all the ghouls back. It won't be easy, because this witch is wise.
Beyond catching the witch, there's candy to get. Chocolates and sweets big and small. If the tricks, treats, and traps all fall in line, this spooky night, we might have it all.
Whoosh. First prize for busting best moves. She likes spiders and maybe their webs can help out. The witch could get stuck on the floor. Hang on a second. Wait just a minute. Do we have more kids than before? Oh, Ryan, I think that
Craig, you'll never convince me that these are real. That wizard is obviously a kid with a fake gray beard.
But like on the floor, did you
Oh,
see?
yeah, I did. The fake dinosaur. Craig, look at the chin strap. Come on.
Ryan, I'm just saying if...
You'll never convince me. Ever.
Okay, I just...
First prize for busting best moves. This witch is clever and brought lots of friends. We need far better traps before this night ends.
Zombies, dinos, ghosts, wolves, and more. Monsters everywhere, and one in a pool. We can't catch them all in just one night. Better trap the witch before ghouls rule my school.
This is getting serious. We're running out of time. Do witches even stop for roadblocks? Sure hope she falls for a tunnel of tricks. We need to return our dad's toolbox.
Tunnel of tricks. The witch stops her boogie to come and explore, wondering what tricks are inside. She's wise to the trap and summons some help, sending a bat in first as her guide.
Enter here.
Bag of candy.
We watched the boat to see when to start. She skipped the boat and just used her broom. Makes sense, we guessed. Why wouldn't she fly? We had no idea that thing had such zoom.
The dance party had hit the finale at last. Each dancing monster started to cheer. There's no doubt about it, we have to admit, this witch threw the party of the year.
Not a real witch, but of course it's the party of the year. Halloween is always the party of the year.
Ryan, but that looks like a very... I mean, did you see the... You have to...
You're never going to convince me. 2 extra shakes. Then, just when we thought it was over and all the goblins were with us forever, the witch opened a portal and they left in a flash. As party hostess, she's welcome whenever.
Happy Halloween! See you next year! Okay, Ryan, I give up. I'm not gonna try and convince you. They were all costumes. There's no such thing as monsters. Everyone was just wearing a Halloween costume.
Thank you. Except for the ghosts. Those are real, because ghosts are real, and boy are they spooky.
No, Ryan, ghosts are like the least...
You'll never convince me.
The Little Green Witch by Barbieri McGrath, illustrated by Martha Alexander. Once upon a time, deep in the woods, there was a ghost, a bat, a gremlin, and a little green witch. They all lived together in a twisted, hollow tree.
The ghost liked to float lazily above the steaming cauldron.
The bat liked to hang around, snoozing in the broom closet.
The gremlin liked to nap in the dark, damp cupboard under the sink.
So the little green witch did all the unhousework. Ah, of course, lazy housemates.
Oh, well, I think that the little green witch is good at the unhousework, and that if there's a big project, the ghost, the gremlin, and the bat, they're all gonna step up. They'll step up when needed. They will step it up when they're needed, and that is guaranteed.
Okay,
Step it up.
I want to believe that.
She stirred the brew, spread the soot, and hung the cobwebs.
She mixed the potions and dirtied the laundry.
She shook the trees, scattered the leaves and twigs, and pulled the unsightly flowers in the garden.
One day, she found some pumpkin seeds amid the muck. Just what I need, she said. Who will help me plant the pumpkin seeds? Asked the little green witch.
Not I,
Said the ghost.
Not I.
Said the bat.
Not I.
Said the gremlin. Then I will do it myself, grumbled the little green witch. Who will help me water the seeds? Asked the little green witch.
What, me?
Asked the ghost.
Beg your pardon?
Asked the bat.
Water schmutter.
Grouched the gremlin. See? Once lazy, always lazy. They're not helping out.
Well, I think these are more one-person jobs, planting, watering, but once it gets complicated, they'll step it up. And that is guaranteed.
Okay.
Step it up.
Yeah, we'll see.
They'll step it up.
You made that clear. Thank you. Thank you.
Step it up.
So each morning she watered the pumpkin seeds. Soon pumpkin vines pushed through the ground and spread across the yard. Pumpkins began to grow big and round. When the pumpkins were ripe and ready to pick, the little green witch hissed. Who will help me pick the pumpkins?
Not now,
Said the ghost.
Can't hear you.
Said the bat.
Go away.
Said the gremlin. That leaves me, growled the little green witch. After picking the pumpkins, the little green witch screeched. Who will help me scoop the yuck and gloop from the pumpkins?
Nope,
Said the ghost.
Not.
said the bat.
Very funny,
Said the gremlin. Why did I bother asking? Groaned the little green witch. She shook her head, disgusted with the three of them. Then she scraped out the pumpkin gloop. This is definitely a multi-person job because there's multiple pumpkins, multiple gloops, needing multiple scoops.
Agreed.
Yes.
They should have stepped up, but I'm sure they're gonna see the error in their ways, and then they're gonna step it up right after this, and that is guaranteed.
I don't understand why this time would be any different.
Because this time, they're going to step it up. They're gonna step it up, Craig. Do you understand? And that is guaranteed.
Who will help me carve the pumpkins? As if I didn't know! Howled the little green witch.
No way!
Said the ghost.
Not likely.
Said the bat.
Oh, do go away.
I'm on my own again! Sighed the little green witch, and she carved the pumpkins.
Then from the gloop, she took out the seeds and mashed and squashed and chopped. She added sour flour, monster molasses, and an ostrich egg.
Then the little green witch poured the mush into a pie crust and popped it in the oven.
Soon the twisted tree began to reek of horrible, monstrous pumpkin pie.
The ghost drifted out of the steam.
The bat flew out of the broom closet.
The gremlin shook off the dish rags and sloshed out from under the cupboard. Well, well, well. Look who comes running at the smell of a monstrous pumpkin pie.
No way. They're probably getting up for different reasons. They know they've done nothing to help this happen, so they will not be trying to eat the pumpkin pie because they did not step it up. And that is guaranteed.
You really think they're not going to ask for some of the pumpkin pie? These lazy, time after time, lazy housemates.
I personally guarantee that none of them will be asking for pumpkin pie. They clearly have their own thing to do because they have not stepped it up. There was no step up.
They've been stepping down their whole lives. Then, when it was nicely burnt, the little green witch took the pie from the oven. In her sweetest, scratchiest voice, she asked, "Who wants some pie?"
I do,
said the ghost.
I do.
Said the bat.
Don't bother with a fork.
Said the gremlin. But the little green witch smiled her gruesome smile and said, I planted the seeds, I watered the pumpkins, I carved the pumpkins, I mashed the pulp, I made the pie. And now I'm going to eat the pie myself. But before I do... Ooh, I'm scared for what comes next.
Not me. I think she's just gonna offer them some pie. Because you know what? She's a caring individual who cares about her housemates no matter how lazy they are. So she'll give them a little bit of pie.
Is that a...
Oh, that's a Ryan Legod guarantee.
The little green witch raised her arms, waved her wand, and poof!
Turned the ghost, the bat, and the gremlin into... little red hens.
I knew it. I knew this story was familiar. We've seen this before.
Exactly. I knew it from the get-go. This is Room on a Broom all over again, Craig.
Room on the brown. No, it's the little red hen, you fool, because they got turned into little red hens. You fool.